Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys a reading today that is called They're Married? They might not be the one for you. So the thing is, you guys, a lot of readings that I have done in the past have been twin flames, soul connection related, but I've never been an advocate of destroying marriages. I've never been an advocate of people lying and cheating on their spouses, going behind backs, things like that. So to me, there's nothing divine and nothing high vibe about that type of energy at all. And this isn't to condemn anyone or to judge anyone and say you're a terrible, horrible person if you've ever, been caught up in that sort of energy. But I think that people that have gotten caught up in that type of energy have eventually gotten to a point where they realized, you know what, this just isn't something that I want to be involved in anymore, or something that's working out basically, or the person that keeps telling me they're going to leave their spouse isn't leaving their spouse. It's just total and utter bullshit. And that might not be everyone's story. So just take what resonates, you guys, and get rid of anything that doesn't. I just received lately in my comment section just a lot of attacks. And I'm not sitting here saying, oh, I need to defend myself, but I just need to make things clear. And maybe there has been some damage through my readings that have been done. That was never my intention for people to hang on to anyone. But by no means have I ever done a reading for people that have been married or have been engaged in affairs or cheating or whatever, have indicated that that person is the one for you, and that person is someone that you should absolutely stay attached to because they're your twin flame, or whatever other label that people want to assign to these types of people. So I'm just here to clear the air. I am not an advocate of labeling people at all. And I'm not an advocate of people that are lying and betraying and basically creating havoc in people's lives. So I did receive I think it was a comment the other day where somebody actually said to me that I made them. They kept using that word several times over and over again. You made me. You made me, Mystic Moon. Believe. The thing is, with these types of readings, as readers, we can sit here and say all day long, just take what resonates for you and get rid of what doesn't. Of course, I will continue to say that. But at some point, we do have to be responsible for the things that maybe we're putting out, the content that we're putting out, because there are a lot of people out there that are unstable, a lot of people out there that could be obsessive or even stalkers. There could be people that just have a lot of unhealed wounds. So they're going to attach these labels or these readings that they see on YouTube to their situation. Now, I'm not saying that it's right or wrong for readers to put this type of content out there, because obviously I did it for a very long time. But I'm just making a choice for myself that feels right and aligned for me, not to put those types of readings out anymore, because I do see that there's a lot of unstable energies out there. A lot of just misguided stuff. I feel that there definitely are people out there that are purposely telling people that this is your twin flame, so that way people will continue to stay stuck and they will continue to come to them for readings, and then they can go ahead and do this spell or, do this energy clearing to help you, blah, 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 or get your twin flame to come back to you and all this other crap. To me, they're all gimmicks. They're all bullshit. That's just my opinion. And I've never, ever been an advocate. I think when I first started doing twin flame readings, so I can't actually say never because it's not true. And I just have to keep it 100%. When I first started doing twin flame readings back in, I think it was November of 2017, I did probably maybe 2 or 3 people did some sort of confirmation through the cards, whether it was their twin flame or it wasn't. And what's interesting is that when I stopped doing that was when the cards indicated that this person was not this person's twin flame. I remember just feeling so just horrible. I felt so horrible even delivering that message. It didn't make me feel good at all. And then I thought to myself, who the hell do I think I am? I'm playing God right now. I'm telling somebody yes or no. I'm telling somebody something that's this or that. This person is or isn't. It was in that moment that I realized that that does not feel right to me. And it doesn't feel right to me because I don't think, this is just my opinion, that that can accurately be done with anything. I don't think you can accurately predict anything 100%. Everything should be taken with a grain of salt, very lightly, guidance only, use your own intuition at the end of the day. So that's why moving forward from that point in 2017, I never did any confirmations ever again, because I didn't think that they could be done. And I didn't think that that was something that should even try to be tapping into, because that's not my job. That's the job of spirit. That's the relationship that you have with spirit and the guidance. Because the thing is, you tell someone, yes, this is your twin flame, and it happens to be a narcissistic pile of dog shit who basically treats you like crap and strings you along for years of your life, or maybe even, screwing around with this person and that person. You happen to be part of their little posse of people. That people, if they get that information that that's my twin flame, they're most likely going to stay stuck to that person because they were told it's a magical, wonderful, and amazing thing. So I'm just not into the business of it anymore. I'm not in the business of any of that anymore. And it's not to say it's bullshit for everyone else, but it's bullshit in my world. And so it's bullshit on my channel, and it's bullshit that I'm no longer going to be basically involved in. So when I got that comment the other day, it actually inspired me to do this reading. So thank you to the person that actually blamed me for all of their issues and all of their, obsessions and attachments to this married man that they happen to be involved with that basically never left their partner for them. I did not tell this person that they should stay with this person, that this person was their twin flames. But the thing is, what they got from my general readings off of YouTube, that's what they attached to it. Now, I'm not responsible for that, but I am responsible for continuing to put out that kind of content that can be very confusing for people, which is why I'm pulling away. Again, I'm not saying anything negative about anyone that's doing it. To each their own. That's just where I'm at on my journey. I've seen way too much damage, way too much misinterpretation of relationships, too many titles on things that keep people stuck. So I'm just going to say this one more time. If someone is married or in a relationship with someone else, there's nothing divine about that. Why would God bring you and another person together when neither of you are available? Now, your meeting could spark something within you that says, you know what? I've been unhappy with the partner that I've been in with for a long time. So that could either be for you or them, for both of you, whatever the situation might be. And you know what? This was the catalyst that I needed, that there is something out there for me. And this feeling that I have connected to this person, it gives me some sort of hope, or it shows me that there is something else out there beyond what I've been experiencing. So guess what I'm going to do with this inspiration? I'm going to start taking steps to pull away from my current partnership. I'm going to start taking steps to end this unhappy relationship that I'm currently in. Or let's just say that's your person, like as in the person that you see that's in a relationship. This is what they should be doing. I'm interested, I'm attracted, there's something here. So instead of keeping this on the back burner, my current relationship, and exploring this and just seeing if that works out, and if it doesn't, or if I just kind of get this out of my system, then I'll go back. That's the most selfish thing that somebody could possibly do. And there's a lot of people that do it. So I feel like it's pretty safe with this title, that if someone is married or in a relationship, they're not for you at this particular time. Maybe they'll be for you when they end that relationship and they're available. But while they're wrapped up in another relationship, and that goes for you as well, that other person can't be the one for you in that moment. Maybe down the line, but not in this particular time. So anybody that is attaching a label such as a twin flame or whatever else you want to slap on that person. If they're involved with another person, just do yourself a favor and maybe even do them a favor. Don't participate in it. Pull away. Cut it out. Do what you need to do to stay away from that temptation of getting involved with that person, because it doesn't serve anyone. It doesn't serve them. It doesn't serve you. And it certainly isn't fair and does not serve the people that are being betrayed. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're just going to get some advice on everything that I just talked about. I just wanted to make it clear. That's where I stand on that. Okay? That's where I stand. So this particular deck is called the Colors of Love. And these 3 decks are created by myself. Divine Feminine Healing, Arrows of Love Tarot, Signs from Spirit, Love Oracle. None of my decks are available right now except for I think 2, which is the Twin Flame Journey Shadows and my Cat Oracle. I only have a few copies left in my Etsy store. All of my other decks are only available now by the Printer Studio link. So you would have to order them directly from my supplier. This is just temporary until I start, because a lot of the changes that I've made, there's a lot of financial changes in my life. When you do what you feel is right does not mean that you are rewarded. I'm going to tell you that right now. I mean, the reward is I feel better about what I'm doing because I'm in my integrity, but the outside world that's controlled by money and success and fame and fortune and all that crap is not being, that is definitely going in the shitter for me. So until I'm able to pull myself back up financially, I cannot afford to order the cards and have them on hand like I've had this entire time. Shit is changing for me. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So anyways, these 3 decks can be found through that link. Because I still have a lot of people that message me and say, I'm really looking for this deck from you. When can I get it? So that's why I'm addressing it. So anyways, you guys, let's get into this. Let's get into the reading. So we're going to basically see what's the situation. All right, what's the situation? This could just be some person that you're still kind of hanging on to that is super toxic, someone that it didn't pan out, nothing but frustration, disappointment, sadness, grief, all this other crap. Or it could be for some of you guys that are currently connected to someone that's telling you, I'm going to leave her one day, or I'm going to leave him eventually. I'm just together with them or her for the bills, the marriage, health reasons. They have whatever right now, or they have cancer, they're dying, so I'm staying for that, or I'm staying for the kids. I don't give a crap what it is. It's an excuse. So let's see what we get. We have afraid to trust. A past betrayal or abandonment has left scars. You may doubt that you can ever be loved or fear getting hurt. It's time to learn to cope. So what I'm getting, you guys, and I am saying this a lot now because it's absolutely true. Tarot card readings are not therapy. Okay? Some of you guys have some deep wounds, core wounds from childhood, and have been triggered and brought up again through a person. It's time for us to seek a professional in order to help us cope and deal with these things so we can get healthy and heal and be more rounded. Tarot card readings are not going to do it. Okay? They're not going to do it. Tarot card readings should only really be for entertainment only. They can be helpful, as in it might be nice for you to see what you kind of already know being mirrored back to you in the cards as confirmation. You know what? My spirit guides, my spirit team, my angels, whatever you guys believe, this is energy I'm getting from them. This is very comforting to me. Wonderful. But it's not a fix it. It's not a program to fix your wounds, to heal your wounds. So if you guys are experiencing deep pain, deep wounds, please look into consulting a professional. We've got to learn to cope. It says it's time to learn to cope. We cannot cope with daily things anymore. That's a sign that we need something more than just what we're tuning into. Yeah. Oh, see, look at this. Lack of support. Look at this. a lack of support. So this means two things for me. Just the title alone, we need support. We need more than what we have right now. What we have right now isn't enough. We might need a professional. We might need more, such as we might need more of a relationship with the divine. We can't do it alone. But this is saying here that your family and friends do not support this situation. They do not. Okay? They do not. Their opinions are very negative on this person in this situation. So I'm going to kind of go into this for a second, because I've seen this in the past. You have friends that love you, your family members that love you and care for you. They want to see the best for you. They see that you're suffering, that you're throwing your life away, wasting years of your life on this person. And so maybe some tough love or maybe some tough love messages they give you, maybe some things that they say, just blunt truths. You take that as a personal attack. You take that as, this person is being harsh and horrible to me. They're saying terrible things to me. They're wounding me. They're hurting me. The thing is, let's look at it this way. They're irritating your demons. The things that are traumatizing you, all of that pain, all of that crap, that obsession that you're holding on to that you know is dysfunctional deep down inside. They're irritating your demons by speaking truth. So if you feel like your friends don't support this unhealthy dynamic or this unhealthy situation that you're in, it's because they love you. Okay? And that might be why we need extra support. That might be why we need the interference, not interference, but I can't think of the word I'm looking for. But we need intervening of a professional counselor in our lives to help us to see that the situation that we're connected to is so freaking unhealthy that we need to save ourselves, and that our friends and our family don't like this situation and don't support it for a reason, because it's crazy. It's crazy to think that this person that has betrayed you and hurt you over and over again, or that is lying to their current spouse to screw around with you on the side, that is in any way, shape, or form healthy. We're deluding ourselves to think that that's okay. It's not. Okay? So do you see the lies that we tell ourselves just to hang on to something that's actually, it's like an addiction? I know these drugs are destroying my life, and this is an intervention. We've seen that show, I'm sure, all of us. The family members sit down and say, I'm sorry, but I can't continue to be a part of this. I've had to do that. I've had to pull away from people that I freaking love because of this obsession, because of something in their life that is literally destroying them. And they don't see it as destroying them. They have convinced themselves that whatever's happening is the spiritual, wonderful thing, and that's great. We could just have a difference of opinions. It doesn't mean I'm right and they're wrong. But I cannot continue to support that story, because I see the amount of damage that it's doing to them. I see that their lives, they're not able to open themselves up to new things because they are plugged into this idea that this person is the one. How can this person be the one that is continuing to act in narcissistic ways? No way. No way is that what God intended for you, to suffer and to put your life on hold waiting for this person to get a clue and change. No way. No frickin' way. Don't be too trusting. See, your gut is telling you that something is not right, and that is because it isn't. Do not ignore this, you guys. Don't ignore what your friends and family are trying to actually help you with or point out to you. You might want to lash out to them or lash out at them and say, you're wrong. It doesn't mean they're 100% right, but guess what? Your friends and family have your best intentions at heart, not the person that you're thinking of right now, and not the person that you're plugged into, not the person that is just not showing up for you. So we have to really pay attention to the people that are around us. If the people around us are dropping like flies because they're tired of our crap, because we're like a freaking drug addict, just hooked on this person, it doesn't mean these people don't love you because they're pulling away from you. They're actually pulling away from you because they do love you. They want you to see. It's like a little bit of that tough love. They want you to see that if you continue to act in this healthy way, they can't continue to co-sign it. They can't continue to do it. And I've had to do that. And it sucks. And even when people try to come back, you know that they're still not healthy enough. And maybe you're not healthy enough to be able to deal with whatever this darkness is. So you just have to just detach. You can't continue to do it anymore. So let's go ahead and go into my Divine Feminine Healing cards and see what wants to come up as far as things that we are needing to basically accept. We're needing to accept this in order to move on, to create better lives, to start creating joy in our lives again. So I'm very passionate. I think people sometimes misunderstand my energy. When I'm a fire sign, I am a double Sagittarius. I am Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Rising. I am double fire, baby. I have fire all over my chart. I've got Aries. I've got freaking Leo. I got fire, fire, fire. I had my chart done once. I think there's just different placements were like just 10 to like maybe 1 in earth and 1 in water. Like it was crazy. All fire, baby. When I'm fiery, I am passionate about things. I am passionate. Sometimes that passion can turn out to be like anger. I can get angry, or I'm just super passionate. I'm super passionate about these false energies that we see as something that's divine. There's nothing divine about liars. There's nothing divine about affairs and cheating. There's nothing divine about people that are toxic and that you're becoming addicted and obsessed on this person, that you've given this person your entire power, that they're hurting you over and over again, or that you're hurting yourself. There's nothing divine about it at all. Okay? So I feel passionate about continuously bringing these messages over and over again in different readings because I am trying to help people heal and to let go. And in the process, a lot of people are telling me to fuck off, but it is what it is. It goes with the territory. All right, here we go. Reminder. Forgiving does not mean that I have to forget. I choose to focus on the lessons and how I can make better decisions moving forward. I really like that this card's coming up. There's a lot of fake forgiveness in the New Age community. I've seen it a lot. I've heard it a lot. Okay? I forgive you. Not saying that people can't mean it. I do feel that some people have done the work and they really, really mean it. But most of the time when we're needing or feel the need to tell someone that you forgive them, there's an expectation that you have. You need to let this person know that you forgive them because you want them to know that you're okay. You're trying to prove something to them. We don't need to remind people that we're over them. We don't need to remind people that we forgive them. Just do it. Just do it. Living your best life is really the best revenge of all. So if some of us feel like we want to get revenge on someone, that's a totally normal functioning human emotion. Don't shame yourself for having it. You don't want to drown in that energy or focus on it, but live your best life. That's the best revenge of all. Moving on from this person, leaving this person in the dust, and just opening yourself up to new experiences with people that actually want to support you and be there for you and love you, right? So this is talking about when we forgive someone, it's not the same as forgetting. Just because you forgive someone doesn't mean you absolve them of all their wrongdoing and that you forget about all the horrible shit that they did for you. Because guess what? Some of those reminders are helpful for you, especially when they try to come back. Don't forget. You don't have to focus on that energy and let it ruin your life or your life, or let it fester inside of you and boil up in you like rage. So that forgiveness is about letting that go for yourself. That anger and rage no longer can control you or affect your life. That's what forgiveness means to me. Somebody might differ. And if you differ in the certain opinions of things that I bring up, start your own channel. I think there would be a lot of people that would, really benefit from a lot of people that have a lot of things to say in my comments. Start your own channels. So, but this is saying, don't forget. You don't have to dwell on it. But it's our shadow side is there for a reason. Our ego is there for a reason. I think there's a lot of misconceptions in light, love and light, energy, the new age community. A lot of it's very damaging, in my opinion. To say, cut out all the shadow, only focus on positive, go for it and see what happens. Okay? Because when the dark comes in and shit gets real, you're not going to have the tools to battle these things. And life is made up of dark and light. There's no way around it. You can't just positively think your way out of a situation. You can't positively change someone else with positive thoughts. So I feel like some of those concepts are very damaging for people. And this is telling you here to remember the shadowy aspect of this person. This person and who they are, maybe that's not who they really are in a 5D sense, or their higher self isn't really that person. So try not to focus on that person, because that doesn't bring you any peace or happiness. But don't forget that this person lied to you, hurt you, and treated you like shit. Because if they try to come back, or you feel like nostalgic and you ruminate on this person's energy and you're just like, I remember the good times. Don't forget the bad times either, you guys. Because remembering those bad times and reminding yourself that it wasn't all good is what's going to help you to continue to stay away from this person and not pick up that phone. Don't focus on all the love and light. Focus on the love and light if you want to move on. But if you're finding yourself ruminating over all the past times, or in the beginning they were so wonderful, you're not going to be able to move forward from this person. Okay? So you can forgive them for yourself, so you don't have to hold on to the rage and the darkness any longer. But don't forget that this person is who they are. And who they are is someone that is not supporting you. Somebody that's not to be trusted. Somebody who is maybe not for your highest good. Doesn't have your best intentions in mind. Don't ever forget that. Don't forget it. Unaware. I do not pretend to be blinded to things that I know deep down are not good for me. Deep down, we already know here. Don't ignore important signs or hunches. Your gut is telling you that something isn't right. You need to trust that. We can pretend all day long that this person is, let's just say, our twin flame. So it makes it okay. Makes it okay that they're a liar. Makes it okay that they're married. Makes it okay that they're doing this, that they're doing that. Nothing makes it okay. I don't give a shit what label you want to throw on it. Nothing makes it okay. So take the blinders off. Indy agrees. Take the blinders off. And don't pretend with either a fantasy or a label that what's going on is okay. It's not good for you. It's actually not good for the person that you're involved with, and it's not good for the people that they're hurting to try to be with you, or vice versa. That's it. Okay. So we're going to get some signs from Spirit. This is signs that Spirit is providing for us on this path to letting this person go or continuing to stay away from this person. Cycles. I love this. See, you're meant to cycle this person out of your life. This is a season, not a lifetime. So this person was a part of your life for you to complete some sort of cycle within yourself. So there's a lot of moon energy I'm getting there with that circular energy. There's a lot of things that if you guys are something that's coming back around, like a kind of a carousel is going over and over again. It's a merry-go-round. It's an infinity kind of thing where it's just constantly with you. This is an indication that it's with you because you still need to heal it and clear it. A lot of people mistake this energy. It's still with me because it's meant to be. It's with me because I'm not meant to forget. Actually, that's not true. And that might be the case for some of you guys. I'm not trying to discount all soul connections here. We're talking about very unhealthy, unpleasant situations. So this energy is still with you because you have not cleared it. I've also heard this before as well. I've let this person go, but now they're back. There's a reason. We still haven't healed something. There's something that's triggering this. There's something in our minds that is still addicted or plugging into this particular endorphin where we get this high. I remember I used to do that. There was something that I had in my mind, and I would use this as a drug in order to make myself feel better. It was a fantasy. I keep plugging into it over and over again to deal with my unhappiness, my just whatever was going on in my life at that time. It was like an endorphin. I would take a hit. I would take a hit off of this, and I would get high in a way. I would get high off of this fantasy. And this fantasy perpetuated a lot of things in my life, created a lot of things in my life, but it also created a lot of dysfunction for myself as well, until I realized what it was, which was a trauma attachment. I had attached a lot of trauma to this person and a lot of unhealed trauma within myself. So I just continuously just created this, a story about this person in my head in order for me to deal with the trauma. So it was a coping mechanism, and I can't say it was a complete waste of time because it actually did provide a lot of things for me and a lot of understanding, and I wouldn't be where I am today. But once I came full circle, I was ready to complete this bitch of a cycle and let it go once and for all. Okay? And it doesn't happen overnight. I get this question a lot. How do I do it? I know you're saying this. How do I do it? Seek a therapist. If you guys are that lost and that confused, you really, really need to seek a professional. These tarot card readings ain't gonna cut it. All right? So this right here is just reminding us that if the energy is still with you, there is a reason it's still with you, because you still haven't healed it. It's an indication that there's still some wounds here that need to be healed and completed. We have incubation, and things take time. Those eggs are going to take a little bit of time before they're ready to hatch. So what makes us think that healing goes like that? I see that a lot. Why should we be able to say an affirmation and let go of this person? It doesn't work that way. It takes time. Healing takes time. I thought that I was ready to just completely let go of the wound at the end of 2020. It was still with me, but it was with me in a different way through 2021. But it was finally in 2021 that I've completed this cycle once and for all. And now I can accurately say I'm done with this wound. I am done with this wound. But it took time. It took me to go through different things in order to finally complete that cycle. So it does take time. And we have shelter, umbrella. I love this. Spirit is always looking out for your best interest, you guys. So this just confirms for you that if you feel that Spirit is guiding you towards having an affair or lying to your current partner or continuing to sell yourself out to be with a person and doing all kinds of crazy things to be with this person, then you need to realize that that is not divine. That could be some demonic energy, lower vibrational energy. That is not divine. That is not your true divine spirit guiding you to what's best for you. If you're continuing to be drawn into a pool or sea of hell, that is not your divine creator that is guiding you to what's for your highest good. That's something else. So when I see people say that to me, I keep getting 11:11 and seeing 11:11 when every time I try to let go of this person in my life that's horrible, that's making me feel like shit, that makes me feel like I want to die, I keep seeing 11:11. So that's my spirit team basically telling me I shouldn't let go. We need to take a step back and really look at that situation logically. Why on earth would Spirit continuously tell you through 11:11 to contact that person, to stay connected or plugged into that person? So I look at it in a different way. When you guys are seeing things from your spirit team, signs, numbers, things like that, there's something in it for you to take a look at. Take a look at your expectations. Take a look at where you're at with this situation. And if you don't like where you're at, this is an opportunity for you to work on something within yourself and heal within yourself. Okay? That's what those numbers could mean. But a lot of people want to misinterpret those numbers because they don't want to disconnect from their obsession. They don't want to disconnect from their addiction. Okay? So the things that we'll tell ourselves can sometimes be crazy. So that way we don't have to heal. That way we don't have to let go. Healing is tough. Reality does suck. Yes, it does. That's why a lot of these readings, aren't really a fan favorite, because a lot of people don't want to look at reality. Reality does suck. Believe me, there are times where I'm like, gosh, there's just too much truth. There's just too much reality in front of me. I want to watch a fantasy movie. And I'm like, why do I want to watch that movie right now? I think of a movie, and I'm just using this as as an example. I feel like watching Twilight right now. Total fantasy movie. Okay? Why do I want to watch that right now? Because I don't really want to focus on what's real right now. Why do we want to watch certain shows? Because it's a nice escape. Entertainment is entertainment. It's wonderful sometimes. But too much of a good thing is never really a good thing. You know what I mean? We got to keep our feet on the ground while we're watching this stuff. We got to keep our feet on the ground when we are just walking through life. And the same thing goes with harsh truths and harsh realities. We can only take so much and go, oh, I'm just so tired of this. I want to look forward to something, positive and something good. Well, let's start creating that. Let's start focusing on that. A lot of my readings are for people that are really still having a difficult time. That's why I put this content out. A lot of people are still suffering. A lot of people are still having a difficult time. And if you're not in that wavelength, then you wouldn't even watch this video to begin with. That's why the title is really going to be telling whether this reading is for you or it's not. So Spirit is helping to guide us every step of the way, helping to shelter us and protect us, not leading us into the fiery pits of hell. No, that's not what Spirit does. That's not what your true divine creator would do to you. Your true divine creator wants you to be happy, wants you to feel peace and harmony. So it is going to help to clear out this crap in your life and open up pathways to that peace and serenity, not the other way around. So if that's what's continuing to happen, that's where we realize that there's some kind of presence that doesn't belong, or some kind of thought process or addiction or obsession that's going on within you, which is why consulting a professional would be ideal at this point. Okay? All right, what else do we need to know? See, you can't make it up. Can't make it up. The Eight of Swords, trapped. And what I find very interesting, and I'm sure some of you guys are seeing this now. Circle, circle, circle in 3 different cards. There's a reason here. We're going around in circles. We got to pull out of this circle. We've got to pull out of this trap. We've got to pull out of things that are not changing. We're continuing to fight an uphill battle that will never win. It's time for us to pull away from empty promises. It's time for us to pull away from dysfunctional people and situations. It's time for us to address our traumas as to why we're even involved in this in the first place, why we were even attracted to this person. It's not to blame ourselves either, but what do we need to work on within ourselves? That's usually key. So we can pull out of this trap at any time. We absolutely can. We can pray for that guidance with our steps towards healing. We can pray for the guidance to get us to the correct people that can help us. We can pray for that intervention. Yep, you do have the keys. You, the person watching the video, has the keys. You can grow. You don't have to continue to stay trapped. You can continue to sprout and grow here. You can start growing new roots, planting new seeds on your journey. This is not the end of the road for you. It might feel that way. And another circle, look at that. That's crazy. You can keep going around circles on the crazy train, on this merry-go-round, and just ride it until you puke your brains out. Or you can get off. You know, sip on some ginger ale and eat some crackers and just kind of mellow the dizziness and the sickness. And finally feel that relief. You can. Yep, 7 of keys. So those keys. We have the keys to untrap ourselves, to unlock new doors. So 7 of Pentacles to me is about kind of standing back, reassessing, reevaluating a situation, kind of weighing your options and figuring out, where do I want to go from here? Do I want to continue to invest in this dead wasteland? Or do I want to go towards gardens that are actually going to flourish? So it's going to depend on what we want, you guys. It's always a free will choice. No one can make you do it. My readings can't make you do it. No one else can make you do anything. It's all our own free will choice. And if we want to get out of this trap in our minds and get off of this roller coaster or this merry-go-round, we have to make a conscious choice to do it today. That's it. So anyways, you guys, I hope that this reading was helpful to someone out there. Some of you guys may have just said, ugh, this is just too harsh for me. No worries. It's going to resonate for those that were meant to hear it, and it won't for those that aren't meant to hear it. So I say this all just, tough love, but really it's coming from the depths of my soul that I want you guys to be healthy and happy moving forward. And that is the new shifts on my channel. I'm really, really just very, I'm very passionate about this. I was just talking to Mr. Moon about this morning. It was just like, oh my gosh, like if I want to turn my situation around financially, I'll just go back to doing soul connections and twin flame readings. Everything will improve in my life financially. But guess what? I won't feel good. I won't feel good about that. So at the end of the day, I might be going down in flames, but at least I still have my integrity. But it's not saying much. So anyways, all right, you guys, I hope you have a great day. And I will bring forth some different types of readings this week. I promise they will not all be this tough love. They will not all be this darker message. Or, I'm going to bring forth some messages that are going to be very fun and uplifting and focusing on other things besides this kind of energy. Okay? So anyways, have a great day. Bye-bye.